million people suffering from sleep apnea, including myself. And 80% of those 30 million go undiagnosed. That is a lot of people suffering that actually can die in the middle of the night.
Right.
So, yeah, it's insane and where it is. So right now we have, who we have today?
So we have the Principal Investigator, Delaware Sleep Disorder Center, Carol Guy, here to talk more about that. Good morning, Carol.
Good morning.
Good
How are you
morning.
this morning?
So obviously this is a significant statistic that Ivan just mentioned, and we need to dive right into that.
yes.
So Carol, tell us a little bit more about what you do and the importance of sleep apnea.
Or sleep health.
And sleep health, yes.
So I'm Dr. Carol Guy, and I practice medicine. I had the pleasure of serving so many in the community to help their sleep and pulmonary and lung disorders.
Nice.
And I helped them during the COVID, during our pandemic, during the unfortunate pandemic in the world. But I spent so many years treating patients with sleep apnea. That's when you have an obstruction at nighttime, you stop breathing at night. And so I spent 30 years actually taking care of clinical health. I closed my clinical practice, but I knew this problem was huge, so now I'm a principal investigator now.
Get out.
Yes.
Now, principal investigator, unlike a tax investigator, what do you do?
So you lead research projects.
Okay.
So what we know is that this sleep apnea affects our community, affects the majority community, but affects our Black and brown communities as well. And we know that our Black and brown communities don't typically get involved in research projects that help us figure out what's the right fit for you, what's the precise fit for your sleep apnea. So we need to be involved in those trials. And so I find myself now as a principal investigator trying to make us know that this research is important so we can know how we can help our sleep health.
Okay, so what you're saying is Black and brown people are not showing up for research, right?
Yes,
And we
that's
need
correct.
we need everyone for research,
Yes,
right?
correct.
So if you can't do the research, you can't treat it,
Right.
right? So and that's a shame because I think a lot of people in the community, Black, white, brown, whatever, really don't understand how important or how deadly sleep apnea can be.
Yes, right.
I stopped breathing when I go to Delaware Sleep Study with my man LaRon. I love him, and he helped me out tremendously. When I met him 2 years ago, I think my stats was every minute I stopped breathing 160 times while I was asleep.
Wow.
Right? That's, you're up. And since then, like the first year, I wasn't real serious about my machine, about using the machine, the CPAP machine. But after that, I started getting real serious about it. And now it dropped all the way. It's like like 30 to 40.
Right.
But what it does is it allows me to get a better night's sleep anyway.
Which is important.
Which is very important. So if you're a big guy out there or a little woman, it doesn't matter, does it?
No,
Size
it doesn't.
matter.
Size
does
doesn't
not
matter.
matter.
So like you said, Ivan, that's severe apnea. So I'm so glad you're feeling better. That's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
I'm glad you're telling. So when patients I love when persons that have sleep apnea, patients tell how they feel. That helps motivate other folks. Because actually the best person to get somebody to come and get treated is a person who has sleep apnea themselves, not me, the doctor, right? So you're feeling better because what people have when they have apnea, they're tired all the time, they're fatigued. People are saying, what's wrong? Because we're not participating.
Yeah.
They may be depressed. They have sexual dysfunction.
Yeah.
So it affects a lot of
We
things.
don't want that.
Right. It could cause hypertension, high blood
We don't want
pressure.
that either.
It's associated with diabetes.
Yeah.
Stroke is a big
God.
one. Yeah. So we know atrial fibrillation where the heart rhythm is irregular.
Yeah.
So we know treatment makes people feel much better.
Yes.
So quick question for you, Doc. How can people, people need to be in the research, right? 2, can exercise help or eating healthier help? What can help while...
I feel that's a yes, but let's
Yes,
let
it's
the
a
doctor
yes. Yes. So it's huge. So in our country and all in the world, unfortunately, we have an epidemic, right? We have an epidemic of excess weight, right?
Right.
Or overweight in our whole entire country. And as you said, that's not the only reason for apnea. Kids can have real large tonsils. People can have abnormal airways. We learned to treat, in pediatrics, we now treat children who might have developmental abnormalities like Down syndrome, who have really full airways. But the main cause is actually excess weight, all right? There's other causes too. So the excess weight is an epidemic in our country, right? So so exercise does help. Exercise, there's pharmacologic treatment, there's non-pharmacological treatment, there's lifestyle modification, which includes exercise.
Yeah.
And like sleep is important. So when you have sleep apnea, you're not getting good sleep at nighttime, right? So sleep is critical.
Right.
Yes, it's important in everything we do, right? So we actually know the kids who are A students in high school, it turns out those are the kids who get the most sleep. Those are the kids that get 8 to 9 hours
They
of
don't
sleep.
got no
They're
bills.
A students
They
in
don't got
high
no
school.
bills.
Yeah, right, exactly, right.
I truly
So,
believe that
yeah.
sleep is the best medicine.
Agreed.
I really
is,
do,
right.
and I'm a firm believer that it's important to protect that.
Yes.
Even it's important that you wear your CPAP machine, which is very, very critical because it is helping you sleep better. And if you have underlying health issues, I do know a little bit about that because I do have some family members that struggle with sleep apnea as well. And I had those conversations with them and what they have to do. And it's uncomfortable wearing that machine at night, but it's critical. It's very, very important because if you're not getting a good night's rest and you have a weak immune system, you're getting sick more. You're going to feel sluggish. You're going to have brain fog. So that means you need to sleep more. Sir, I'm giving you the look because I think it feels very important, and it's important that you're having this conversation, Dr. Carol, because if the education is also important. Now, how can one find out more information about sleep apnea? Maybe they're not sure.
Or signing up.
Maybe they don't know that they have it. So how can one find out more?
So the way they find out more, they can actually go to a nice place to start. My colleagues at Delaware Sleep Disorder Center is a great place to start. You can start with your primary care doctor. Talk to your primary care doctor about your sleep, a provider about your sleep issues. If you are snoring, if you've been told you stop breathing at night, if you wake up gasping, if you're tired during the daytime, then you want to talk. Those are the signs, and you want to talk to your healthcare provider. We'd love to see you at Delaware Sleep Disorder Center. And then I want to talk about the comfort part that you brought up because I want to get rid of that. I want to bust that myth. I want to bust that myth because we're on TV. We've got all these Delawareans listed. So what I want to say, so patients, first of all, let's say this. I've done this for 30 years. The machines are better. We've made tremendous progress. They're better in two ways. They're more comfortable. We've actually done some research at Delaware Sleep with different types of masks. We've improved comfort of masks. We also improved the aesthetics of the mask. Because this sounds crazy, but I have patients of all ages, all walks of life to go. And the old machines were big and bulky and funny looking. You just had so these new machines are cute and pretty. They sit on the bedstand. They look like iPhones. They're cute. So you can just sit them right there on your bedstand. They're actually part of your decor in your bedroom, right? So they're cute because we got patients of all ages. And some patients who are old, like me, they're like, I'm not, this has to, but they're cute now. And they're much improved. So I have patients who use the machine who said to me, wow, these new ones are good. And I had patients who didn't like it. I said, let's retry it. They retried it. They said, this is much more comfortable. And they look similar. It's very different. They've done marketing. They had patient focus groups to figure out what makes it more comfortable. And they made it look cute. And as I said, like I told patients, some people will say, how's it gonna be in my bedroom? Well, sleep apnea causes sexual dysfunction too, by the way, right? So we want to put it in your bedroom. Plus it's cute now, right? So we want those machines. It stops you from, it keeps you breathing again. It opens up your airway. Your airway's obstructed at nighttime. So you're not getting flow down into your lungs, okay? So you're not breathing at night. It's horrible. That's why it causes high blood pressure. So we want you, that's how.
So you mentioned that the machines are now more discreet.
They're more discreet.
So aesthetically pleasing to the bedroom now, which is good.
They really
but
are.
let's talk about the sound, because I've heard some concerns about the sound.
Thank you. Thank you.
There you go.
Right. They have, and so people, guess what happens in terms of the sound? So now people, sleep partners, they'll say, when they stop using, they say, get the machine back, I can't sleep, because they're used to it now. So they've improved all those things. So really it's worth a try. And like everything, it's a habit. The way you make a habit, you get used to it. My patients who are real sleepy, it's easier for them to get used to it because they're sleepy. People who are less sleepy is a little harder, but you make it a habit, a sleep habit, and you get used to it. It's part of your sleep environment.
What's so crazy about it is extremely quiet. So what would you rather hear, or your partner rather hear? The machine or you snore, right? Because it does cause sleep divorce.
Yes, it does.
It does cause sleep divorce.
That's real.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a machine everywhere, like at the station when I leave at the station, in the car. But I also want to say Delaware Sleep Disorder, like they're amazing. So if you hit the link right now or the QR code on the screen, or hit the link in the description, you will get a free consultation to talk to LaRon about what's happening. Also, they have over Sleep Study. They have pillows and mattresses that change, change your sleep, to help you sleep throughout the evening. So again, for more information, just click the link or hit the QR code and just sign up for a free consultation. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, if you sign up, you'll get a free pillow with your consultation, because we're making a move. We're partnering with them to make a move to get people healthier again, right? And if I'm here suffering, it's not suffering. Get that word out. With an issue of sleep apnea and being diabetic, I want to make sure that I use my platform, that you at home, if you're watching, and like even with you with lupus, if you are at home with lupus or any ailment with diabetes or sleep apnea like we are here to help you, to let you know you can get through it. Two, that encourage you to make the call. right? If you're unhealthy, if something's going on, make the call so you can get help. Because one thing that we do want is you around tomorrow.
Yes.
That cool?
Yes. Oh no, that's very important, and it's significant that you're using this platform to spread awareness and education about the importance of sleeping healthy and resources. And Dr. Carol Guy here is being able to allow all of us to feel educated, to feel supported, because that's another thing. You feel, oh, what's wrong with me now, right? Because look at all the other issues, like a domino effect. Look at all the other issues that you mentioned that will start to unfold with sleep apnea, and if you don't treat it correctly. So it's very, very important that you're providing the education, the resources, and the support. So Dr. Carol, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank
you. And I thank you for your testimony. That is so important. That helps so many other people. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. All right. For more information, Delaware Sleep Disorder, hit the link, sign up, get a free pillow after your consultation,